A recent crime spree near UT's campus has students and families concerned. DPS has even ramped up patrols in nearby West Campus. Here to talk about safety is UT's Police Chief David Carter. Chief, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Mike. Glad to be here.
You know, a few months into the fall semester now, what kind of crimes are you concerned about at UT and West Campus?
So one of the things, obviously this is a very unique year in terms of COVID, and there's reduced number of students that are actually on campus because of the hybrid teaching model. But what's happened specifically around campus in the past few weeks is there's been a number of robberies of students that has occurred, generally speaking, after midnight in the area surrounding UT. And that has obviously caused us a great deal of concern.
You know, back in February, the Board of Regents approved enhanced security measures for West Campus. How has that panned out? Is that making a difference?
So one of the things that the Board of Regents, in working with the president and with support of the governor's office, is to give us funding to do three things specifically. Get additional officers that we can do work off campus and have enhanced presence, not to take over APD's responsibility, but to enhance our presence there. Because one of the key functions is that police presence matters. If you're going to try and reduce crime and keep it under check or under control, you really have to have police visibility there. And so we had planned to up staff in terms of officers to support APD. Secondly, we also wanted to get a Halo camera system to support and actually feed that directly to APD so they also could see what's going on in West Campus, which is technically an Austin neighborhood. And then lastly is to build a satellite substation. So all of those things don't happen overnight. We were slowed down somewhat because of COVID, but everything continues to be on track, and we hope to have most of these things in place by the end of the year. The police academy was slowed down because of COVID, but it is restarting, and so we're looking forward to getting more assets, and things are working. The satellite substation is underway, and we're actually using that now, and we have invited our partners with DPS, and the plan was APD as well to come and work with us out of that satellite office, specifically in the West Campus area.
Are you getting the support you need from APD?
See, one of the things is that when we came up with this plan last spring, we remember this was actually pre-COVID, and the idea was to provide additional support to APD. What obviously has happened, there's been a national discussion on the whole nature of policing. So we had COVID from number one. Secondly, then we had issues naturally occurring regarding defunding of policing. Our big concern was the issue is that if the city had reduced the number of officers' presence, like I said, officer presence really does matter. There's a second part to that that also talks about community policing. APD itself had a survey the past few years that basically indicated that you want a police department that is not constantly reactive, one that's proactive, that can work with the community. In order to do that, you have to have officers. And as I understand it, that some of those community policing district representatives that would work with students, whether it's West Campus or all across the city, those positions are being eliminated. And that obviously creates some concerns for us. Fortunately, DPS has stepped up, and we're working with them. We will continue to work with APD and support APD in whatever way we can. But DPS has helped us and is going to make a real difference there. But we still need the community engagement piece, and I'm very hopeful that APD gets the support it needs to really focus on those proactive kinds of patrols, working with the community, not simply responding to calls that have already occurred. The idea is we want to create a safe community by having that proactive work. So there has been a concern as we've navigated this process, but we're still working with APD. But we are currently actually working with DPS as we speak.
Right.
Our shift briefings are actually occurring now at the satellite office, even though it's not complete. And DPS will soon start meeting with us as well so that we can enhance our patrols in the greater West Austin area.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Chief Carter, thanks very much
Sure.
for talking to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.